Hey guys, welcome back to the Kampai Sugai podcast with me, Gavin Sugai. And today we have a very special guest, a friend of the show, actually. One successful episode, and then the other one got corrupted file. So it could have been 3 episodes, but this will technically be the official second episode.
2.5.
2.5. We'll say 2.5. And I'm very excited to have this person on today because she's a beast in the gym, but also, I mean, she's a beast in the gym. Well, I don't know. My
Sure.
person over there, Kelsey over there, is freaking out. I don't know what's going on. She's just excited. She's just so excited right now. See? Anyway, beast in the gym, but also a model, an actress.
Thanks.
Very they always say jack of all trades, master of none. But I think you're maybe a queen of all trades, if anything.
Ooh,
So
I like that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's down. Yeah, he's down from now.
Yeah,
Queen of all trades. I just thought of it
trades.
right now. So we have queen of all trades today. Give a round of applause for Nicole Rombaoa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here, Gavin. I really appreciate being here. I know this is like our third
2.5.
2.5
2.5 episode.
podcast recording,
Yeah.
but I like this whole new setup.
Mm-hmm.
You have like a whole crew here. Kelsey's taking lead back there, managing all of the equipment.
Yeah, she was freaking out for a little bit.
I can see that she's doing this.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
This whole thing.
She was dancing. She was so
Yeah,
excited
So
over
excited.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, now we have an actual set to. I mean, we've been in 3 different locations. The first one we did it at UH West Oahu.
Yes, you did.
Illegally, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not a community
Was that
college,
legally? Oh, okay.
but I mean, we just did it there. Usually those study rooms, they use it for students to go and study. We studied.
Who says we weren't studying? Like,
Yeah, we studied.
Okay, yeah.
Of course, we studied.
yes.
I studied bodybuilding. Right?
Oh, okay. I studied podcasting.
There you go. There
yeah.
you go.
We did a collaboration project.
It was a collaboration project.
'Cause that's what we do, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
influencers, influencing collaborations, right. The second one, which is the corrupted file one, the last episode.
The lost episode.
With,
It makes it sound so much more mysterious.
it was very
the
mysterious,
lost episode.
but it was at UFC gym.
Yes, it was.
It was at UFC
It
gym.
was.
And what is that? Those big class, those
Mhm.
big.
It was in the
classes?
group fitness class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last episode.
it's all right.
Nobody will ever know what happened to it.
No,
I don't even know what happened to it.
me neither. I don't remember what we talked about.
Actually, I still think I have the audio file. I gotta look.
Do you
back
really?
at it. I think I still do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I gotta look
I'm
back.
gonna pick up clips of that. What did we talk about?
So you wanted to come on. You wanted to talk about like your big leap of faith and it was about I gotta think back. I haven't heard it in a
Then?
while.
At
Was that?
UFC?
Yeah, I guess maybe at UFC. Yeah, I think it was at UFC. Well, you were talking about becoming a certified fitness trainer.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah,
I
this is
think
like
I
before the
remember it.
pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember it now.
So it was so it was right before the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And I had I don't remember what our first episode was about,
Mhm.
but I remember like our second episode was at UFC gym because I had just become a personal trainer and
Okay.
I just started at UFC gym right before the pandemic.
Okay.
And then we were just like talking about my journey into that.
Mm.
But do I remember the bulk of it? No.
But I mean that's a good transition because we've gone through this whole pandemic already,
Mhm.
right? You became a certified personal trainer,
Hmm. I still am.
but the thing is, it's like going through the pandemic and then gyms closing and everything. That
Yeah.
must have affected your business a lot.
It did. Actually, I wasn't working at all during the pandemic. I
Mm.
was kind of just doing my own thing, enjoying, I guess, time off that I felt like I needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually took advantage of that during the pandemic. It gave me time to kind of just reflect on what I wanted to do. And I went back to being a personal trainer. It was interesting because I didn't go back to UFC initially.
Mm.
I actually went back to 24-hour fitness.
Oh, okay.
But I wasn't a personal trainer there. I was just an employee.
Mm.
And then I realized that 24-hour fitness wasn't my vibe. And it was really far for me too. I mean, I know everybody works, like a lot of people who work in Mililani or live in Mililani also work in town, but I couldn't handle that commute anymore. Especially since I was commuting late at night, so I would start late and then I would go home near midnight.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't do well at night behind the wheel. Like
Okay.
that, like fall asleep, not in a good way.
Oh, the nod.
Yeah, it's that
I
like
used to do that in church sometimes, actually.
used to.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't do that anymore.
I mean, okay. And then offer came from UFC back my old home gym, Waikele, and I took that. I went back to UFC Waikele, and I was there from when we reopened from after the second close down of the pandemic.
Okay.
All the way through until recently.
That's a long time, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Took on a bunch of classes. I taught 4 classes in 1 week once. That was fun.
Yeah, you've been very busy lately. I mean, that's an understatement, but there's a lot that's going on in your life right now.
Yes.
How are you able to juggle that?
I don't know. That's a great question. I use Google Calendar to plan out my days, and then I look at my Google Calendar. If you ever saw my stories, I'm like, how did I do that?
Yeah.
But it's like I do have to prioritize. I still prioritize my own personal fitness. If I don't do that, I'm never gonna stick with it. I guess that's just my own like discipline. Like I still go in the morning, put in my own time. And then for a bit, I was working with A Strategy, which is a local marketing company, with Kelsey, actually. And we were managing a bunch of local business social media accounts. And I thought that was like kind of exciting because it was my creative outlet outside of fitness. And then while I was doing that, I was still doing my personal training with UFC Gym, managing 10 plus different clients. And
oh, geez.
I think at the time I was also teaching at least 1 class a week. I went from like 4 to 2 to 1. And then while trying to juggle modeling and acting all at the same time. How did I do that?
Well, I mean, you probably looked at your calendar and you just saw this rainbow of...
I would always see like, all right, I have an opening here. I'm just going to stick somebody or myself in there only to forget that I need to eat. I should never forget that. Yeah.
You know, there's a YouTuber named Casey Neistat that his whole schedule is based off of 15-minute intervals. So he'll say like, oh, I have time for you, right? But then he counters in like he accounts for like the driving distance or even just running distance if he has to just run to somewhere, because he was in New York City at the time, and or catching a cab or whatever. But he would break it up into like 15-minute or even like just down to like, oh, I can meet this person for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? And but then that's like maximizing his time. So his Google Calendar probably looked like a rainbow just like yours.
No, that's kind of like how my thing is. Like if I know that I'm gonna need like travel time, or if I know I'm gonna need like creative time, I can fit certain things in it. And for a while, I was able to do that. And then I learned that if you do that too long, you will eventually hit a block. Like you will eventually.
Hit a wall.
Hit a wall. You'll feel burnt out. You'll forget to take care of yourself. You'll forget to take care of other priorities, and you just melt. Like you just come to like a complete halt. So I think it's very important to take care of yourself every once and not feel guilty about it. I believe that a lot of people do want the best for you, at least the ones who do genuinely care about you, right? Who don't have a
wink, wink.
The ones who don't have an ulterior motive for you, or only see what I guess when it comes to business, like what's more important for the business, and they don't want to take care about you.
Or value the value the value that you see in the person is not maybe the same they value.
Yeah, it's like
their own self
Yeah.
or whatever.
The ones who
Yeah.
want to see you do well want the best out of you.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. In other words, it's like they want to help you succeed, so they care about you, so they want to see you grow in your own value
Mm-hmm.
versus them helping you grow so that they can
They can grow.
take off of that value.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Something like that.
Like it's like using people, but it's not. Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, going off of that too, I realized I don't know where it started or why it still keeps happening. Everything right now for me
Mm-hmm.
is serendipitous.
Mm.
Things seem to be happening at the right time and in the right moment. And if I keep feeding it and if I keep following it, it still keeps happening.
Mm.
And that goes with like being supportive of my friends or my clients or people who take care of me. And if I abundantly give back
Mm-hmm.
without expecting anything else in return, somehow it comes back to me tenfold.
Mm.
And I just keep doing it. That was
Mm.
something that I told myself I would do this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just been going like really hard at it, not expecting anything. I was just like, all right, you need help, let me see what I can do to scoundrel up some money to help you. Let's see what time that I have with you. But I also need to learn to be honest with myself and know my own boundaries. That's the part I'm struggling with this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, that's good. I mean, it's the beginning of the year, so you can.
is it the beginning of the year?
I mean, it's almost midway, but you know, it's still like kind of the beginning. It's May. You know
It's
what I mean?
May. I don't even know where April went. And May just started last week and it's almost done.
You know, one thing I learned, kind of going off of what you're saying. So, like with my podcast, I learned to kind of just stay in my lane a lot of the time. So, like a lot of people would say, like my old format, Talk Story Podcast, was more. I mean, it was multiple lanes because I would go into like politics or even go into business owners or other things, which is great. And I would still go into that lane, but I kind of needed to niche down. I don't like using that word niche, but like I had to kind of figure out a way to own it to make it my own lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying like making my lane as in like, you know, like trying to think of a metaphor for it. Anyway, I just wanted to make it to where
Yours.
where it's mine,
Yeah.
you know, personalized.
Yeah.
So, so I had to change it up, and which is why I took a break because I wanted to reassess what I was doing. I felt like I could have kept going, and I had the materials and I had this resources to keep going, but it wasn't like I didn't feel like it was going anywhere. So
That's why you took a break.
I did. I took a break because I just felt like I didn't feel completely sold on the idea with my podcast.
Okay.
And it
I
was
was wondering where you went. I was
and
like,
it was okay, you know, like I said, I could have kept going, and there was a lot of people that said like, "Oh, you should have just kept going, right? Instead of having to kind of start from ground zero," which I kind of am right now, but
this is a good ground zero.
this is a good ground zero. Yeah, and
It's a nice setup.
yeah, thank you. But you know, I had to kind of build it up again.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with what I'm doing now because I have a set. I niched down kind of. I don't really. I like the name Kampai Sugai because you know it's thing is it's like it's cheersing. It's a celebration for not just the podcast coming back alive, at least, but also like the guests and what they're doing and how excited I am for them. So you know it's a celebration for them too. That's why it's a Kampai and then my last name Sugai. So I wanted to make it personal, and but like kind of going off of what you were saying, just kind of I had to learn to stay in my own lane, kind of, you know.
But you made it yours.
Yeah.
That's what you did. And, you know, like, I don't believe that you started specifically just from ground zero. Like, you didn't fail. You just needed a break.
Yeah.
It wasn't yours anymore. You didn't feel like it was yours anymore. So you just needed to take a step back, look at what you were producing, and then really put your heart and soul back into it. It sounded like you were doing you enjoyed what you were doing. You liked it, but you weren't 100% happy with it. And the only way for you to go back to that to like how it was when you first started was to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. I tell that to my clients too. Like, you know, if you need to take a break, take a break. You have to remember to take care of yourself first, because you can't give back to other people if you are not at your 100%. And I need to remind myself about that all the time, because I'm always trying to like do too many things all at once, because I get super distracted, and I just I want to do all the things, but I have to remember that I can't, or if I want to, I have to take it one step at a time.
Yeah, it's the same thing for like the bringing this podcast back alive. Like honestly, I came to a headspace back in January of last year where I could have started it back up, but I was like, I gotta think of something different. You know, if I want to come back and do, I don't want to just come back with the same name, same logo, like the same things, and just continue off with that. I wanted to do something new. You know, so that's why I took an extended
Break.
extended break because one, I was just kind of like enjoying my time. I actually started taking on some other accounting jobs. I don't know
That's
if people
good.
know. If people listen to this podcast, I am an accountant, so unfortunately. But
Oh,
anyway, yeah. But yeah, I took on some accounting jobs and just kind of wanted to kind of get back into the groove of it before. Or figure out a schedule for me that kind of works before jumping back into it. So
when we first started, weren't you still in school?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I graduated during the pandemic. I didn't.
You needed the height. I think that's what you just needed to like get yourself running or hit the ground running in accounting, and then when you felt like you were ready, you could take it back up again. I get it. I 100% get that.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I want to go back on like my competing mode, but I don't feel like I'm 100% ready to do it. And competitors are going to say, well, if you're not 100% ready, you're never going to do it. And I have to be in a really good headspace. Like just like what you said, you have to be in a good headspace before you can start it up again. And I have been in a space where I wasn't mentally ready to be on a hard diet or a strict like training plan, and I could see it on stage, and that was there was a hard example of me being like, that's what happens when you don't when you're not ready. So don't assume that you are ready, just know that your body will tell you, or your mind will tell you when you are ready.
So like I kind of want to talk about that because
What?
you know, with the pandemic, a lot of bodybuilding competitions were sidelined. You know, and the thing about momentum, that was one of the words that was. So like with the podcast, like me stopping it, I kind of stopped the momentum. But even for competitions, you know, how important is like momentum for a bodybuilder as well?
Oh man, that was so hard. Having the gyms be closed, because I did not have access to like a home gym. I did not have access to a personal gym or just like equipment in general. And I was one of those people who needed to figure out what to do. And my routine consisted of running up a hill, which was like 3 miles up, 3 miles down, in Ia, like every day for like a month. I'm more proud of myself that I was able to do that. And I have the Nike app to prove that I did it. You doubters.
Shout out to the Nike.
I will show it to you if you need it. What else? And then I was also one of those people who went to Diamond Head State Park with like those like machines.
Okay.
I was one of those people to do that. So me and my boyfriend would go there every day. But it just wasn't the same. Like we did what we could, but it wasn't the same. So during that time, there was also a lot of I knew some people who were able to go right into a bodybuilding competition that had happened when we were kind of coming out of a pandemic, and that was impressive for them to stay through it the whole way through. But it was disheartening to see a lot of it get canceled one after the other. It's like, nope, canceled, because the state would be like, can't have it, no indoor gatherings, and you need to have a vaccine card and all that. There was just too much red tape for most people, so a lot of people took a step back up until maybe this year. So this year, April 2022, when the Stingray came back, That was like the first. No, actually, last year, November, at the Sean Ray.
Right.
That was the last really big one
Mm-hmm.
to come back for everybody. But that was outdoors because it was to
Oh,
accommodate.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
at the Waikiki Shell. That was really cool
Oh,
to
interesting.
see because I've never seen a bodybuilding competition outside. So that was the first one, and then other ones just kept rolling out after that. But my last one I did was in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to wear a mask, so I looked like Jade on stage.
Or
Katana.
not Melina. What's her name?
Well, Melina is pink, or is hers purple? Her color
I
is
think
purple.
it's pink. Or is it purple?
It's purple.
Oh,
Or fuchsia.
Something like that. Yeah,
Something
fuchsia.
like that. It's like pink purple.
Yeah.
And then Katana's blue.
Yeah.
My suit was green.
Oh, okay. Your suit was green.
So I was
okay,
definitely
Jade.
Jade.
Right, Jade. Did you have the pole too?
No. I should have brought a
We
pole.
have poles if you want to borrow.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time. That way I can do it because it's just my mask was just as shiny as my suit.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Was it color coded? So you had a green mask
Yep.
too?
It was
Oh,
the
wow,
same. It was the
interesting.
same.
Design.
Same color.
Oh, okay.
So my suit was custom made by Radiant Physique Wear, and Rachel was super sweet. She helped me pick out a suit and color. Her and Angela right before the pandemic. So it was a year and a half in the making before I finally got to wear it on stage. So.
Were you in tournament mode before the pandemic? And then, like, right when you found out, like, things just kind of went under, then did you have to kind of, like, damn it, like, I did all this preparation, and then now I have to undo it kind of it.
No. So I already knew that I was already kind of what we call improvement season or an off season. So where you're still training hard. You're still kind of adhering to a relatively clean diet, but it's not as rigorous as it would be as if you were on season. I decided to go back into it when I needed a reason to prove to myself that I could do it again. And at that time, I wasn't liking the way how I felt, and I felt like I needed to prove to myself that, yes, I can go back on stage again without telling anybody this time. So the last show I did it as best as I could under the radar
Okay, interesting.
while training clients.
Oh, God.
So some of my clients knew, but I never really told anybody, which was kind of exciting because when I did step out on stage or when I did get there, people were like, why are you here? And I was like, I'm competing. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah. So I thought that was fun. And I might do that again.
Or you might be doing it now.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
So, I mean, congratulations, first of all. I mean,
thanks.
for making it through the pandemic.
You too. We all did. We're all still here.
I don't know if we're out of the pandemic yet. Well, I don't think we're ever out of it, but I would say out of the
lockdown.
the craziness of it.
Yeah.
We're not in lockdown mode anymore.
No. Let's not get back there.
Yeah, we're I don't know what you call it. We're free. We're in free mode.
In free mode?
That sounds like a game. Like
Free
a game.
mode.
We're in free mode now.
Achievement unlocked.
So yeah, congrats on making it through.
You too.
Yeah, thank you.
We did it. We came out better.
You know, it's interesting because a lot of us, like, I want to talk about Hawaii entrepreneurs a little bit because shout outs to them. But a lot of us kind of started our own journeys within that 2017, 2018 realm.
Yes.
Because I started my podcast in 2018. Hawaii Entrepreneurs started in 2018.
Oh, we're the OGs, aren't we?
We are.
We are.
And you started yours in maybe 2017, 2018.
Yes, and then they hit me up in 2018.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all of us kind of started around the same time, and then looking at 2022, a lot of us have changed.
Yes.
Since then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you've graduated from accounting school, right?
Certified personal trainer.
I am, and I'm also an entrepreneur now.
Really?
Yes.
So okay, let's talk about that. So what's your business called then?
So, My business is called Bomb Fitness. So now I'm an independent personal trainer, and I operate out of GY Fitness, which is located in YPO Gentry, right next to Costco YPO. So now...
Oh, that's super convenient for you because you live that side anyway.
So I live in Milani.
Wow. Oh, that's really good.
I know.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I took the leap.
Yeah.
Like really recently.
Like how recent?
So GY Fitness opened up in May, and then I left UFC gym last week.
What?
So I think it was like the week that you contacted me and was
that's
like,
crazy.
hey.
Oh, so you already just, wow, you just transitioned.
I literally just transitioned.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. It was terrifying. But I'm super happy I did it because now I feel like I'm in a place that I can give more of myself to my clients and my community. And I'm just kind of excited to see where this goes. And, you know, that's really what we could do, right? And people like you and Kelsey and my own clients and other entrepreneurs that I know, like Sapphire from Holt Fit. She does like my body recovery. Kendra, she's my esthetician. Kathy, she's also one of my clients, and like just Julia, who's also one of my clients, and Tyler, like everybody was so supportive, and they were so ready for me to like here, you just need a nice gentle push. Literally, they would like shove me like, here, go. And if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for all that positivity, I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done it. And that was one of the things that just fell into place at the right time. It did overlap with some things, but I just kept following what I needed to do, and I just felt like it's like my calling to keep going. So we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I think that's a good path for you anyway. You know what I mean? Because you're still staying within personal training. You know,
still in fitness, yeah.
Still in fitness, but I like the name Bomb. You know, Bomb Fitness.
So BOMB actually stands for, it's an acronym.
Okay.
BOMB means bring out my best.
Oh.
How you like that?
Killers, man.
So it's funny because I came up with that in a dream. I literally woke up and I'm like,
that's awesome.
I got it. So while I was at UFC, my clients, I gave them a name, and me and my other client D, we had come up with a squad name as we were getting ready for a internal competition. And we was like, we need to come up with like a squad name, and we couldn't figure out something. I was like, what about Bomb Squad? I was like, I like it. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So everybody on all of my clients, we all have like a bomb name. Mine is MOAB, which stands for Mother of All Bombs.
Okay.
Conveniently enough, they all call me Mom. Yeah. So it's kind of funny.
A Moab is actually I'm trying to remember.
Actual bomb.
Is it? Yeah, it's an actual bomb. Well, I'm thinking Call of Duty. Actually, I'm sorry.
No. I have like another client named Claymore. I have Warhead.
Oh, that's awesome.
I also have stunner grenade.
Okay.
I have a cherry bomb. Like, I'm running out of bomb names though.
Cherry Bomb's a cool one. I like Cherry Bomb.
She's really small and really cute, and she's into anime, and so I was like, appropriate. It's appropriate for her.
You can. I mean, you can think of some. There's so many bombs out there.
I know.
Nuclear. You could do.
That's her husband.
Oh. So
he's not technically one of my clients, but he's like a really he's an aspiring bodybuilder.
Okay.
But / power lifter. So it's appropriate that we have like a cherry bomb and a nuclear bomb.
Oh yeah.
Put together.
Yeah, you throw out the cherry bomb first, right? And then all of a sudden, okay, well, it didn't really hurt, but then here comes the nuke. You know what I mean?
There we go. I also have a Molotov.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Because he's like...
Is he a drinker?
Yes. I didn't want to say it, but you said it. So that's why he's that. And then it
makes sense. I like it.
I have a blue bomb, like Blue 52, but that's because their hair is always blue.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So I try to fit them based off of their personalities, which is also something I like to do too. Is like I like my clients most of my clients know each other, and I try to make it more than just fitness with them. I try to make it more of a network.
Oh,
So
community based.
yeah, so when I can, I want to bring them together. Some of them are like also entrepreneurs as well, and I try to bridge their whatever their needs are with other people. And if I know another organization that could benefit from them or vice versa, I'll connect them with it. And I like it. Like it's like it's created a positive community for me and them as well, and I've seen it just grow. So having that flourish before my eyes is so rewarding.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like, wow, I helped make that.
Yeah, look at all those bombs together.
Yes, look at that. We're bomb AF.
Bomb AF. It's like bomb ink, but bomb AF then. There you go.
No, I have a sticker. I need to give it to you when I get
Oh,
a chance.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you thought of the whole logo, everything.
Yes. I really should show you what it looks like.
How long were you thinking about doing this?
Maybe less than a year,
Oh,
honestly.
really? Okay.
Like I knew I've always wanted to have my own business, but I never knew what it was going to be. Like when I was in college, I was like in the entrepreneurs club. But did I know what I wanted to do? No. I was in business. I was in business school. I graduated with a marketing degree, and I just kind of followed what everybody else wanted me to do. And everything that I've done so far, like going into fitness, all that, I just fell into it. But it was something that I guess I wanted in the back of my head. Same goes with like bodybuilding. Same goes with modeling. Same goes with acting. When I really get an opportunity to sit down and think about it, they felt like childhood dreams that I brought to fruition. That's sappy.
No, that's good. Well, you were saying like it's serendipitous. I mean,
yeah.
you just kind of just. I mean, that's kind of like been your journey too. Like since 2017, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go into fitness. Or I'm gonna start a keto diet. Okay, whatever. Let's see where this goes, and then from there, you just go on this huge journey. You know,
just figure out and follow what's working for me.
Yeah. And then you just keep continuing. You know.
Yeah, without telling anybody. Because I think I mentioned this in my Instagram before too. Like, I stopped trying to tell people my plans beforehand because it tends to get too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something, I say it, and they're like, you should do this, you should do that. Or I get too many doubts coming at me at once from like people who probably mean really well with positive intentions, but I don't need that. I want to see what happens for myself. Like try and go and accomplish it. So that's kind of what I did with the whole move from working at UFC to an independent trainer thing. It was like, I'm going to attempt this, see what happens, and we'll see where we go from there. And we're still seeing where we go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then, so I want to talk about acting now because, like, that's another thing that you've been shoehorning into everything you've been doing. I guess my question for like acting is like, what kind of roles are you kind of pursuing then?
You know, I'm throwing this out there.
Okay.
Is I really want to get into stunt acting.
Okay.
I know that's a really niche market, but I grew up dancing, so I feel like I can pick up choreography really well. I'm active, and I feel like I can relatively look the part. And I don't foresee myself being very dramatic, but it's still something that I would like to fall into, but I want to see what my casting is like. I don't know what it is yet. I really don't. I haven't taken enough classes or been casted enough to know where I fall into. So that's also the path that I'm kind of going on right now, is I want to delve more into it and figure out where my limits are or just open up more doors. And I like it because it's like being a kid all over again, where you can tap into your imagination. kind of play with it, and it's acceptable. You don't look like you're crazy. It's acceptable. People want to do it, and they want to go along with you, and it's just like a lot of fun. If I get casted for a Marvel movie, that'd be cool.
Or you could probably be like, I'm just throwing it out there, like Power Rangers. You could probably be
Yes,
like the pink or yellow ranger, or I mean, they might have like an aqua blue.
I'm all for it.
You know what I mean?
I just have to master these moves. That's very out there. I used to watch Power Rangers all the time as a
Kelsey
kid.
does martial arts, you know. And
I know she does.
You know, I do boxing.
We will not talk about an incident that recently happened.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. No, she told me. She told me about the incident. Well, I mean, you gotta
Power
make
to you, Kelsey.
You gotta make it realistic. You know what I mean?
That realistic?
That was good.
Yep.
I mean, that was
Yes.
a good realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for the other person.
The best part, honestly, was when I was practicing with my sparring partner. I guess at the time, or the people who I was. Suddenly, I hear on the back is like screaming. I just hear two girls in the back, and they go, and I swear to God, her and the other girl were going like this at it.
Oh God.
All I had to do was put in like the energy like waves where it looks like Dragon Ball.
Oh,
Just both of them together, and then they would have been perfect.
You know, I was thinking about going, but I was just tired that day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Come
I was,
next
but I
time.
was. Yeah. I was.
Come next time.
Maybe I'll get to see
Yes.
some real action. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like.
Hey! Don't put Kelsey back out there just so you can see her fight. I'm pretty sure she's feisty as it is.
You know, she's been itching to. So like for karate right now, right? They haven't gone to like.
She's
sparring.
been itching for a fight.
Well, I mean, she's not. She is itching for a fight, okay? But the thing is, like for sparring, I mean, they haven't done sparring for a while just because, you know, coronavirus. They don't want to, you know, they want to still keep the distance, even though they're not really keeping distance.
Yeah.
They're not. But I'm like, why don't you guys just spar already? You know.
I'm sorry. I just can't get over the fact that she's itching for a fight.
She is. She is. She may not admit it, but she is itching for a fight. Because that's like one of her favorite ones, the sparring in karate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Note
maybe
to
I mean
self,
maybe stunt
don't get
acting.
into a fight with Kelsey.
You know?
I'm not about confrontation. I just want to look like somebody you don't want to confront. But I'm really, really nice.
You know, so like Kelsey and I are like I'm like the cat that just kind of just sits there and just meows like just patiently. And then she's like the dog that's like nudging, like, come on, play with me, do something.
You're just over there like, meow.
And I'm just like, meow, meow, meow. And then like, you know, she's just shaking me, but you know, maybe she's just itching to fight them. I told her you can fight me if you want. I'm not gonna punch you back though.
I just see this going on, like your hand's just there, and she's just like swinging, like, and then you just give her like a boba drink.
Kelsey is very
and
competitive.
I believe that.
Yeah, she's super competitive.
We're the same personality types.
Okay, so has she ever talked about like the Enneagram with you?
No. Yep, no.
Okay. Well, there's a thing called an 8, right?
I don't know what I'm.
There's a type that's called an 8.
Okay.
They're called the Challenger,
Oh.
right? She's not an 8. She's not an 8.
Okay, you are.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
She thinks I'm a 9. I don't know what I am, but the 9 is the peacemaker.
Ah.
But the 8 is the Challenger. So she has a you know tendencies where it's like, you know, like they're kind of the rule breakers. They're alpha males in like the movies and stuff like that. Like Harry Potter is considered an 8, which is kind of weird, but
Interesting.
because like he breaks the rules, but he stands for justice still. So it's like, you kind of get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like
Are you
Batman.
Gryffindor? Oh. Oh, okay.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Am I Hufflepuff?
Does it even know?
I don't even know what I am.
Ravenclaw?
Oh, okay. I can kind of see that actually.
Can you?
Anyway, going back to it, like
Yes.
Batman's a 1 because he's he stays within like this line of justice. Like he wants to do good,
Okay.
but like he stays within the laws.
Hmm.
But he's a unhealthy one because and ones are what is reformers. That's what they're called. They're called reformers. If people want to look it up, it's called the Enneagram. It's Enneagram. Ooh, got it.
You want your spelling bee. I see this.
I used to be in a spelling bee.
Oh, see?
I actually I lost on purpose
What?
because I didn't want to continue. There was a spelling bee once. Okay, I haven't told this story before. Well, I'll
What?
tell it.
You
I don't know.
lost
If,
on
I don't know if I told.
purpose?
I told Kelsey this story.
Okay.
So one of my teachers put me in a spelling bee. I didn't want to go. I told her I didn't want to. I wanted to go home. Because like I was like, I'm like I'm not gonna gain anything from this. So like, yeah, I just want to go home, you know. And she's like, oh no, I'm gonna put you. So she put my name in, and then I had to go. And then everybody was going around. So this is like after a few rounds, and I was like, I'm just kind of rolling my eyes, like, what the hell am I? This is like 8th grade, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. So the word was flying, and I spelt it wrong on purpose, and I grabbed my bag and I just left.
Would you have won anything though?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, you get like a medal or I don't know.
Woo.
Who cares?
Participation medal.
I mean, if I got like an Xbox or something, then yeah, maybe
then you definitely would have spelled flying right.
Maybe I would have tried a little bit, but I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with this hunk of junk? You know?
Was this like during school or after school hours?
This is after school hours.
Oh, so you were probably hungry and you wanted to watch your favorite
Yeah, I
show
wanted to
and
go
you were
7-Eleven.
tired. Probably wanted a musubi.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to go like play game or something. You know?
See, maybe if they had offered you a musubi for winning, you probably would have stayed. You probably would have stayed.
I did flying. I said FLIING, and then I left and grabbed my bag. They didn't even say like, oh, you spelled the name wrong, like you spelled the word wrong. I just grabbed my bag and
You
I
just
walked
knew.
off.
You were like, all right, bye.
Yeah, I went like this, like, peace,
Done.
shoots, you know, see you later, guys.
It's so funny.
And I told my mom like weeks later that I was in a spelling bee. I didn't even tell them. Like I was like, oh yeah, whatever.
Were they like, oh, did you win?
Yeah, no, I just told them like, oh, I spelled flying wrong. That's fine, whatever.
Okay. Just tap in. They're like,
Actually,
nope,
it
I'm done.
was it 8th grade? Maybe it was 7th grade. 7th or 8th grade. It was 8th grade.
That's torture for a seventh,
grade.
like what is it?
Well, I told them no.
12-year-old? 12-year-old.
Yeah, I told them no. I was like, you guys are forcing me in a spelling that my teacher put me in. I was like, what the hell? And I told her, and then she brought it up in class, like, oh, you spelled flying wrong.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, yeah, of course.
FLIING.
Yeah. And I knew I spelled it wrong. I was like, I wasn't ashamed of it. I was like, yeah, whatever. You guys can think I'm a dumbass. But
Aww. You're just like, no.
but I was a smart ass for leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who won?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know who won.
See?
I remember some of my friends from my class were in there, and they knew I didn't want to go.
Oh.
So like.
Wow. Okay.
So that kind of going back to like Kelsey and I'm not a competitive type, you know, unless I have a reason to compete. Like unless I have a reason to like actually go out and do something.
Okay. What brings out your competitive side?
Ooh, that's a hard one, cause like my family, my sister is competitive.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's competitive. I guess the only thing that makes me competitive is if I think I'm like passionate about something, then I'll actually go out and try it out. You know what I mean? Or if I like already put some time into it beforehand, and then it's like a field that I'm already like used to.
Yeah.
Video games.
I guess video games would be one. Well, okay, that's one that I can't say I'm competitive in because like when my sister wanted to go into tournaments. Oh man, I'm speaking about tournaments here.
Uh-oh. What kind of tournaments?
So back in the day, we're around the same age, but back in the day,
What is back in the day? Don't make me feel old.
high school. We're talking about like 9th grade. So you'd be a sophomore.
Okay.
Right. I think. Yeah, you're a year older than me. I think year or
Maybe.
two, something like that. Anyway, around that age, um, there used to be like Halo tournaments.
Okay.
And
I got it back in the day.
yeah,
Okay.
used to be Halo tournaments and stuff. And my sister would want me to compete with her, so she'd train me up to go into these tournaments.
No. So
But-
like Smash Bros and all that stuff too.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would one versus one each other, and she was actually really good. She was like, she could have went pro. She was like, she would get like 63 kills, one death. She'd take she'd take pictures of it and post it because she's cocky, and then
Oh, then she definitely would have been like a streamer.
yeah, she could have
definitely
been.
Wow.
You know, she's a
okay.
mom now, which is her dream. So, shout outs to Casey. but yeah, she was like that. She was competitive. She trained me. You know, she would one versus one me, or we'd play Scrabble, and she wanted to compete with me.
Oh, so your sister was the one who brought out the competitive side to
I
you.
guess so. I don't know. When my dad.
Does Kelsey bring out the competitive side in you?
Not really.
Those are fighting words, Kelsey.
Well,
Just
I
letting
will
you
say
know.
she's really good in Mario Kart.
I believe this.
Are you good in? Are you competitive in games? Video games?
No. Well, yes and no.
Okay.
I'm not good at the games, but like you can make me really angry while playing Smash Bros.
Okay.
Let's not go there.
We have Smash Bros.
No, let's not go there. Like I will not be I will be a sore loser, unfortunately. Like especially if you are trying to tease me with a particular move, I do not like that. That's bullying. That's bullying. That one move we just hit at the same thing at the same time.
I mean, I'll do that. I'll be the one to do that. It's a good
No.
troll. It's a good troll tactic.
Although I do that with Peach.
Okay.
You know, she golf club swings and just.
Oh yeah.
Or with her butt and
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Or when she has Toad, that comes out of
Yeah.
nowhere,
That
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
and then he takes the brunt of it
Yep.
and he dies. You know what I mean?
But you have to like time it perfectly.
Yeah.
She's the
Because-
only character I'll do that with.
Okay.
Or Link. Those are the only two characters that I like to play. Those are my mains.
Okay. Okay. Good. Mine is I like Bowser Jr. But I like to use Roy because he has sunglasses.
Oh, Roy. Okay.
I like Roy. Well, not Roy as in like the sword.
Oh, see,
whatever.
that's the one I was talking about.
But Roy as in so there's Bowser Jr. But then he has like a brother named Roy,
Okay.
but he has sunglasses.
So you just like that variant.
I just like that
version,
variant.
okay.
Yeah. But the Bowser Jr. ones, and then I like Ike.
I can't do Ike. He flies. He's the right. No,
He's a sword guy.
with the wings.
He doesn't have wings. That's Pit.
Oh, okay.
Another
It's
three
been a
letter-
while since I played video games.
Yeah, we can play after. You know?
We'll be here all night. It's been a while. Dust it all off.
So, going back into like competitiveness, right?
Side tangent, okay?
But what brings out the competitiveness in you?
I have to be willing to prove something to myself first.
Mm.
It's never against somebody else. Like, I know I'm not confrontational,
Mm-hmm.
but if I have something to prove to me 1st,
Mm-hmm.
that's what will bring out like my best kind
Mm.
of thing. Or I guess it's like if someone tries to like just like I bet you can't do that, and it's like bet let me try. Let me try. I might fail, but I will try. So it's not somebody else. It's
It's an internal thing.
yeah, like I am that stigma. It's me versus me. It really is. Like it's always been that way.
For like acting, when you're going for a role and stuff like that, do you think that a lot of the times when you're doing like a self tape, do you think that you're kind of competing with your self tapes, like, oh, this one sounds like really good, but then like I don't like this one for some reason.
In that context, yes.
Okay.
I think we all struggle with that one where we're our like harshest critic and we
Uh-huh.
watch our self tapes and we're like, I could have done better. I should sound better like this. Maybe if I go a little bit faster or maybe if I tone it down a little bit more. We're always our self critic, we're always our hardest critic.
Mm.
Well, I can't talk right now. But it always comes down to if I'm submitting myself to an audition, it comes down to if they see me in that role, and I just have to put my best foot forward. Yes, I can train for it, so I can put my best foot forward in terms of the self-tape I produce, the acting part that I produce. But that just takes time and practice, like everything.
I actually think you do really good in commercials. I saw that one self-tape you did. I guess it was I think it was for a competition, but you did a commercial bit. And I thought, I was like, wow, like you fit that role really well.
Which one was it?
I don't know what it was. I forgot what the commercial bit was, but like it was for a talent competition, I think.
Oh, the Peloton one. The Peloton one?
Yeah, that might have been it.
Yeah. That might have been it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was initially like a voiceover, but I just had to throw it on out there. I will, at the moment, as I'm trying to figure out where my casting is, like find scripts to fit what I think my casting is in my head anyways, which is independent tough girl who's very athletic into fitness.
Okay.
Me, basically. Like, that's how I see myself as. But I could always be somebody else. Like, I recently went in for a commercial to be a 40-year-old soccer mom from Milani.
Okay. Would you color your hair for that? Like,
no.
maybe like do okay.
Now I'm just like, all right, I guess
salt, pepper, you know?
No, like when you're 40 now, you don't necessarily look that way. It's
right,
just,
true.
I just have to come in more of like in a commercial look, or just like a soccer mom look. T-shirt, maybe my hair up in a bun or something.
Yeah,
like
to the bun, you know.
Glasses. Something that's realistic. I like the commercial part though, like in terms of acting and modeling. I think that one's more fun than like high fashion, but like I'm open to everything. I think it's just fun to do. Just like, yep, that was me.
Could you do those like fast bits, you know, when they do the disclaimers for like medical stuff, like this product may cause internal bleeding, blah 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 blah. If you're pregnant, don't do it. Go with your physician for
maybe
advice,
with practice, because I already have trouble stumbling over my own words talking at a regular pace. Yeah.
I can't do it. I mean, I already stumble over my own words. I mean, we just heard it almost right there.
I would just need practice, or maybe I can cheat a little bit and just read it off a piece of paper and then just speed it up.
Or you do it really slow, and then when you speed it up, then it sounds normal.
Fast. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. So, like, with commercials, like, are there certain products that maybe, like, you're kind of like, I would love to just work with this brand and then do a commercial for them? Or maybe specific shows? Specific
shows? You know what? I want to be one of those... I want to be one of those people, like, in a placard in Target that you see on this. I'd be like, that's me. I'm like right on that package. Okay. Or just like on the wall. I would also like to be on like the wall of a gym, just as like one of those like.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What's it called? Stock photo model. I would like. Yes, I would like to be one of those people. Is that wrong? I'm not aspiring to be like a high-end supermodel. I just want to like be that person up in Target. Be like, hey, that's me.
The UFC, the Ultimate Fighter, they always have like that pole.
We'll be that, but
and they're always giving stink eye at the the camera or something.
I always thought that like UFC should do like, so UFC gym, they have different TVs all over the place, and I guess they have control over what their commercials are like when it pops up on TV.
Okay.
My idea was like, we should do one where like for like 15 seconds you pop up as a personal trainer and you look down and you're just like, just to like intimidate people as they're like working out. Be like, oh shoot, my trainer's looking at me.
You should throw out a random name, Michael, because there's probably going to be one Michael in there. You know what I mean?
All the common names.
Yeah,
it'd be really funny.
Okay. Joel, I know what you're doing, Joel.
It's like one more rep, go. Slow down.
Jen, I see you, Jen.
Good job. Keep it up. Looking good.
Yeah. You just throw it in there.
Yeah, just throw it there.
But, that's a good idea, though. Actually, you should just throw it out there. You should be like, hey, you know what? Can I just just film myself and then we'll just throw it up there.
That was an idea. It never came to fruition though. So we'll see what happens later down the road.
It is kind of easy because, like, I mean, with phones these days, we were just talking about this before. Like, with phones, they're so good so that you could just do something real quick,
Yeah.
and then you could, and then I mean, people on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, we film on our phones anyway.
Yeah.
So we could just throw something up there
Yeah,
real quick.
Just gotta make it easier. You just have a clear background, and you cut out the background, and then you just put in whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Or you
make sure
could
the
zoom
lighting's
if
on point.
someone's from doing it from home, and then like they're just zooming there.
I'm just trying to imagine a Zoom recording, and then you're like eating popcorn as you're like being like, "Hey, I see you working out. Keep going. Good job." Eats
One
pizza.
more. And then you see in the background it's like a tub of ice cream over there.
Just
Come on,
open up
one
the
more.
fridge. I see you. I cannot.
But that'd be cool. I mean, for for casting in Hawaii, you know what I mean? For shows, that's what I was thinking about. I know like a lot of Hawaii actors and stuff. They kind of rely on like Magnum PI and Hawaii Five-0 and stuff like that. So a lot of those shows have been kind of up in the air recently. You know, is that the same with like actors these days? That for like Hawaii, do we like rely heavily on like networks to kind of bring out Hawaii talent, or is there?
Hard to say, because I'm still new at this. Like I'm still new at the whole acting gig, and just trying to figure out what the industry is like. A lot of it, in my opinion, relies on your representation, and the relationship they have with the network or the casting director, or just having a keen eye for any upcoming projects that might come through, whether it's a large network or a independent film or just like student films. What I realized is a lot of it is networking in general. As an actor, like you just have to have a good connection with the people who you are with, because word gets around. It's small. It's Hawaii, right? Word gets around. They want to know that you are good to work with, that you're pleasant to work with, and you just have to put yourself out there and just keep your skills up to par. So just consistently be a student and to just keep sharpening. Like, I'm not perfect. I know I'm not, and I'm still trying to figure out where I am in life, not just acting. And like I just want to learn what I can do better, and that only comes with practice. So in terms of us being reliant on networks, yes, in a sense, because we want to have those like big budget films and TV shows to be able to cast us as like co-stars, main casting roles, speaking roles, even just in the background as crew, because that's a big part of it too. But kind of just gotta roll with the punches with what's coming up. But if you really feel like you want to pursue a specific area, then you kind of have to do your own market research. Like say that if you wanted to pursue acting, and if you wanted to go into like more comedy driven things, or more into like theater, or more into musicals, you yourself would have to go into like, okay, where can I put myself in the best possible position? So whether that be Atlanta or in LA or New York, you know what I mean? Like that, where it puts you in those scenes where it's constantly pushing out
there's
auditions
jobs,
and jobs for you as an actor. Like acting isn't my main, but I like doing it. I like this journey that it's gonna put me on. It's gonna be slower because I'm not pursuing it as hard as I am with fitness, but it's rewarding. Just to do.
Yeah, and it's there. There's always gonna be jobs out there. Like you were saying with like student films, or even like companies out there that probably need a voice.
Yeah.
Or they need somebody to voice their product. Commercial.
I would love to do voiceovers. Like that one is super fun. I'm still learning how to do that. I've only done like one, but that was for Foodland, I think, this past like holiday season.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It was like a small bit, but it was cool because I finally got I got a gig. Cool.
How'd you get that one? You just
through my agency.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what my line was, honestly. It was something like turkey's done. But I think I said it too quickly, so it sounded wrong. And I didn't sound like a mom. I sounded too much like a kid.
Oh.
And I think my voice is naturally high in a microphone.
Oh, I see.
So I don't sound like a 30-year-old.
Mm.
I sound maybe like early 20s.
So maybe you gotta like lower it a little bit.
Yeah, they're like, "Okay, bring down your pitch a little bit lower." And I'm like, "How's this?" This feels really low, and I
Turkey's
don't.
done.
The turkey's done. I feel very sensual right now. I don't like it. But there's other ones too that will occasionally come in. Like I didn't get the role, but there was one where it was for I want to say like a video game,
Okay.
and there was one for like cartoons and like other ones that's made for like kids and stuff. So I would have to make my voice like really high, or I'd have to make it sound really serious. It's like I don't know. It's like I need a script in front of me to say something. Like give me a line.
Kind of like give you a line.
Yep.
Turkey's done.
Hey. How do you want me to say it? What's both?
Yeah, say like a serious, and then like
So like a cartoon.
Yeah.
So, okay, so like a cartoon. It's like turkey's done. Kind of like that, and then serious is turkey's done. But then you can go lower and be like the turkey's done.
How about like like Alexa? You know, like or like
Alexa.
How about GPS? Also, I'll say like if you're coming from like Windward Mall to like Burger King, like you have to go like 500 feet.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Kalakaua Avenue.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually.
I always wanted to do like, well, there's other ones too. It's like, aloha and welcome to Hawaiian Airlines. Thank you for boarding our flight. We appreciate you for being our passenger. Mahalo.
That was pretty good. I like that. I used to tease the the bus.
Oh yeah, I love that guy.
Kauhipa. And I'll just say Kalakaua transfer point. You know, like I would do like something like that because it sounded like a Mufi Hanneman voice.
Yeah, it's like now arriving at Kalapop. I don't know.
Now arriving Bishop Street. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but like I like that. I mean, Kelsey knows I love voiceovers too.
I like voiceovers as well because then you have to be really animated to do certain things. Like it's really hard to do it like sitting down right now. But if it asks for you to,
that's so true, right? Because when you stand up,
you are like in it.
Yeah, you're in it, so it feels more organic when you actually do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So it's like
that's so true.
when like for like video games, for example, and like you're trying to be that sarcastic, like you're the person in the background who's kind of sarcastic. It's like, so now you're gonna pull out the big guns. I see you, kind of thing. Or it's like,
yeah,
and then you have to like adjust it, and just it's just a fun way to like change things up. Even like to change like voices. Like if your voice has to be really high and you don't always talk like this, but you have to like match a certain character.
What if you did like what's maybe like a voice that you're like people don't know?
A voice that people don't
like know. So like for mine, people don't know I can do like a Shannon Sharp. You know, I don't know if Shannon Sharp is like he's on like Undisputed. He's a ex NFL player.
Okay.
He's African American.
Oh.
So like
okay.
Like I don't know if I could do it off the spot like this. I gotta get like
in the moment.
In the moment of it, but like he would say something like this. And his co-host is Skip Bayless, so he go, Skip, I don't like what you're talking about. You know, like he would say I can't do it very. I do it better off camera.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me, Skip. Like he would say something like that. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's one line he always says. So like
I feel like I could play in a voiceover. I could have a really good Valley Girl voice.
Okay. Yeah. So like I'll give you a line. Maybe like let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach. Oh my God. Are you really going to wear that? Oh, girl. no, let's go over there and we're going to go and get some water. I can get my Evian and we'll just like go chill. Okay, just grab your Chanel sunglasses and make sure you come in with your Louis Vuitton bag. If you don't come dressed like that, we're not going to talk, okay?
I'll grab my Perrier.
Yeah.
And I have a
go.
whole cooler with my
Ooh,
rosé.
Yes. Yes,
So
girl.
delicious. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, snaps.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? There's a
Kelsey's face is like,
besides what we just did there, one of my friends actually speaks just like that.
oh no.
For normal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say who, but they know who they are.
It's like, just talk like that. And like, I say that, sometimes I talk like that to my clients and they're like, stop. Stop, Nicole. I'm like,
But yeah, I mean, like there's some people that like they sound just like that, like the Valley Girl voice, which is so weird. I don't know how that.
I could pull off moke too, but like,
Oh, let's see, I wanna hear
no,
you
no,
moke.
no, 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 no. It has to come out when I'm around other people. That's the problem.
That's true. Like I can turn it on and off, but like, bruh,
Bruh. No, I can't.
gotta
I
be
can't
the
bring it
kind.
out. I cannot.
I gotta
bring
be
it
the
out.
kind. You know what I'm saying?
I
Try bring it out of each other.
I no, I don't know.
Bruh, come on, you gotta just bring out the kind. You know what I'm saying? Bring out the cherry kind voice. I don't know why my voice got higher there.
The cherry kind of voice. Oh, bah, I cannot do it.
What do you mean you cannot do them?
I no can.
Why?
I don't know. I
you
really.
just speak them.
I just speak them. I speak them like how?
like that.
Like how?
Like that.
Like what?
Like that.
But I don't understand you.
I don't know understand you either.
What do you mean you don't understand? Wow.
I don't even know how to speak. I just fumbled over my own words, cuz.
Okay, now we just don't understand each other.
Exactly.
Okay. See, I cannot do it. I can't. It has to be. I have to really be like next to each other. And it's really funny because it happened once in college, and my roommate was like, "Where the hell did that come from?" And she's like, not from. She's from California, and we were just like talking story, and he was like, "I've never heard you talk that way." And I was like, "It just comes out really rarely because I want to say I'm able to speak very clearly." For somebody who's been in Hawaii for a really long time. So whenever I get a casting and it asks for like a local accent, and I'm like, I don't know what that is because I can't do it. I can't do it on command.
I can only do moke on command. I'll say only if I'm like mad at something. If
That's
I'm
my
mad,
dad.
If I'm mad about something, then
My dad is the same
I'll
way.
bring out the moke. But the thing is, like, it doesn't come naturally to me. I don't know why.
Why does everybody have to get so angry when they turn moke? Like, my dad is the same way. He's like, hey, we don't do that over here. Okay, you know where you're from. You know who I am. And I'm like, who the hell are you, Dad? Like, that's not... Just because you're from Wahiawa, that doesn't... No. No, Dad. No, calm down. You live in Milani now. No.
Yeah, none of my family members spoke moke growing up.
I mean, he
You know.
does work in, like, the construction. Like, he's an engineer, so...
Oh, okay.
In that
That field.
field.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Well, that's my dad too. My dad grew up construction as well, but he was a civil engineer, and then
Same.
And
That's
then-
probably what it is.
But he never spoke moke ever. I've never
Like, ever?
I've
Are you
never heard him.
sure? Are
I-
you sure he hasn't spoke moke in the field?
Here's the thing. I've heard him swear, which he doesn't do with anybody else,
Oh, you must have been
except
really mad.
except for my sister.
Oh.
But like he would swear under his breath. Like he would be driving. Like I would work with him, right?
Yeah.
And then like I'm in the passenger seat, and then he gets off the phone. He's like, oh, fucking shit. Like he just like starts whispering all these like.
Is your dad my dad? My dad does
Whispering.
the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
It's so weird.
Is that just a dad thing?
I
Like,
don't know what it is,
do
and
they
I'm
just
like,
talk to themselves? Like,
yeah, like
silently trying to win arguments that are imaginary?
and he would just whisper these. He was a pastor too, so he would whisper all these swear words.
No, so
And then I'm like, what are you doing? there was one funny thing. He came home one time. I think I just came home from school. And it was like a half day. I came home from school, and then he comes up. He's like, hey, Gavin. Guess what? I was like, okay, what? A bird shitted on my hand. And he started laughing just hysterically. And I just looked at him like, I don't know if I should be laughing at the bird shitting on your hand or the fact that you said shitted? Because
He never does that.
because you never do. He doesn't
You
say
were
it out
just
loud
so
like
in
that.
shock. You were just like,
Like he was like, so he said, a bird shitted on my hand, and I went, okay. and then he goes to my sister, and he says the same story to her, and then all of a sudden she has the same face, like,
Dad, you okay?
and then we look at each other like, what the hell just happened? This guy just said shitted.
Is he okay? Did he have a bad day?
And he's never sweared in front of my mom.
Ooh.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, until like later on, but like up till
As
then.
you got older.
Yeah, as I got
Okay.
older. But like growing up, he's never did that in front of my mom. So like every time I tell like, hey, this guy fucking swears, you know what I mean? You know?
And you're just so like, what?
You know?
Dad, that's not you. What?
So I mean, maybe that is an engineer kind of thing.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
just yeah.
Because your dad would say that to you, whisper swear words.
Well, he silently tries to win fights that are not imaginary arguments that aren't actually real. I mean, I do that too. If the situation arises,
Hey, maybe that'd be a good acting exercise, you know.
just like make conversations with yourself and just I don't know. I'm not crazy, I promise.
No, like that's why I said good acting exercise, right? You know,
Sure.
if there was a script that said maybe you
It's
have to do that,
acting?
you know.
That's acting.
That's acting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Yeah, we're acting. This whole thing we're acting, you know. All right. Anyway, since we got off track,
Far.
let's let's sum it up because we gotta let's sum up everything. Let's wrap everything up. So,
Some fitness advice.
actually, I wanna know what's the worst. So before we like wrap things up, I wanna know what's the worst workout for you. Like the worst exercise
The worst exercise for me personally.
for you personally.
I 100% do not like burpees.
I agree. I don't like.
I'm
burpees.
staring at the camera because I mean it.
But I can do burpees though.
I can do burpees, but I don't like them. Each exercise has their place and like their time and place. I just don't like them because I just don't like them. I am old, not really, but like my hips
No, you're
and my
not
knees,
old.
my hips and my knees are not as like limber as they used to be. So just that particular movement, I don't like them. Yes, I can do them, but I can't do them as quickly as some other people can. So I guess for me, that's like the biggest one.
How many burpees can you do?
I don't know. Let's not find out. I don't want to know. I can do enough to be like, and I'm done. Like, I'll do enough that I need to do.
Make a bed and she'll want to do it.
No, let's not
Yeah,
make a bet.
I don't think you can do
That's
it.
good. I will tap out right here. I can lift a decent amount. I don't need to.
Yeah, I don't know if Nikki can do like 50 right now.
She's probably right. I could probably do 50 in a span of 50 days. At least I'm honest. I don't like.
Okay,
It's just one thing I
okay.
don't like.
So besides burpees, what's the second one?
Worst exercise?
The worst side. Like besides burpees, like below that, maybe like second place.
That's hard to ask me because like I don't have a particular worst exercise. I guess according to me, because of my bad knee, like I don't do sprints. Not that I can't do it, just that my body's not familiar with it. Just like kipping pull-ups, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's a weird thing to watch, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but like I said, there's a time and place for everything,
Yeah.
and I just don't know how to do it. Like I don't even know how to do a muscle up. I can do a pull-up, but I can't do certain movements because I just don't know how to do it.
That's interesting because you have I think you have the physique to do a muscle up.
I probably just need to learn how to do it. That's what it is. Just like in gymnastics, I don't know what it's called, but it's when they kick their feet over the bar. I
Okay.
want to learn how to do that, but I don't know how to do it.
Huh.
And then another movement is like an aerial. I don't know how to do it, but I would
Oh.
like to learn how to do it.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't been able to do it since all my friends have been able to do it.
It'll be good for stunt acting. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no, that exactly. Like
Yeah.
it would fit really well in stunt acting, but I know there's other ways to go around it. I can make it look like something else. I just have to take up tricking and just practice. But I learned that I have to be very careful with my neck. 'Cause last time that hurt.
Would you ever try out Ninja Warrior?
No.
You wouldn't try it out?
It's not that I wouldn't try out Ninja Warrior. It's that I haven't trained for it, so I don't know how to move like a Ninja Warrior.
But I mean, if you did,
Then
you
I would
out?
try it. Yeah,
You try it
I
out?
have a couple of friends who's done it, who always tried it. I just don't have I don't have the right training for it, so I'm not as limber or I don't react as quick to do it. It's one of those things where it's like I have to have maybe like run like fake courses to kind of get used to catching and properly the timing and all that.
I'm thinking like the warp wall would be an example of like a muscle up.
A what?
Kind of.
Oh yeah, like dude, I just watched that. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How are you able to do that? Or even just like climbing. Like I would like to learn how to do bouldering, but I haven't.
Oh, there's
actually,
Hawaii climb.
I know, but I haven't actually been in there
Yeah, I mean,
yet.
I kind of want to try that out actually.
It looks like fun.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah.
I think I could do it, even if my size. People can.
No, don't let that be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't believe me
You
when
can, you can do it.
things like
You just gotta do it. Prove them wrong.
I'll probably just get tired real fast, but you know.
But then you can say you did it.
But yeah,
And be like,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
look, I did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
I don't think Nikki can do it though. You know?
Wow. Is he calling me out?
Yeah, I don't know if she can do it right now. Just like burpees, I'm not really sure.
I will admit I do not like burpees. You can put that in the podcast, and I know a few people who will admit I do not like burpees.
I don't think there's a lot of people that like burpees.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
And if you do, I don't know why.
But like Hawaii climb, I don't know.
That I will try. hey, that I will try. I will try
You
bouldering.
can't do it tomorrow. You know?
Why does it have to be so soon? You know my schedule. We talked about this. I have to fit it into my schedule.
She can't just make it a brown Google Calendar mark. You know what I mean? Like maybe a little tannish. You know, maybe gray. I don't know.
Actually, this is a very good way to make me do things. Like I bet you can't do it. I was like,
I bet you can do it. You know.
yes, I can. I'll find a way. I'll do it. What other fitness advice would you like?
Well, Kelsey, what kind of fitness advice would you want?
I know this is super generic, but how to lose weight.
How to lose weight. No, I'm joking. So how to lose weight. I mean, okay, so in terms to lose weight, the easiest one to everybody says is you just have to eat less and do more. But that's like putting you in a...
So broad.
It's very broad.
Yeah.
It's very broad because sometimes it's not that easy. Some people have underlying health conditions that prevents them to do so, or maybe they just have a social life that doesn't allow them to do so. Really, it's putting yourself in the best environment possible so that it helps you do that. That way it's sustainable and you are able to do it without feeling like it's an obligation or you're punishing yourself. For me, when I have clients who want to do that, I have to analyze, like, where is this coming from? Why do you want to lose weight? I want to know whether it's something that's sticking to them for vanity reasons, an emotional reason. And usually I find that out way later from beyond training. And if you're relatively new, I don't even go off that from the very beginning because I want to make sure that you're actually eating properly. And it's more than just calories. So I know a lot of us just count calories, but it's like, well, let's make sure you're eating to the right amount of nutrients that your body needs, that it craves. And most people aren't. Like they're not getting enough vegetables, they're not getting enough fruits, they're not eating what I like to call, and you've probably heard it too, like the rainbow. They focus way too much on the calorie content and they just like go for like protein bars, diet shakes, things that are not sustainable and might be too expensive, and they just don't taste good. And which cycles them back to like their older habits. Another thing too is like if it's emotional, sometimes that's rooted down into your support system. So if you're with a significant other and they don't know why you are trying to lose weight and they don't understand why that is so significant to you, they're not going to be helpful. But it doesn't help if you're not communicating that to them. So there has to be that like two-way communication between you, your family, your support system, even your friends, because we've probably all seen the line like, "Oh, just take a bite of this pizza. It's just one bite." For some people, that's really hard to give up, and for them to like pass it on. It also comes down to like, I don't want to disrespect you for denying food from you. You know what I mean? Like that's a big thing in this culture, in like Hawaii culture. Yeah. So that's something that I had personally struggled with. It's like saying no thank you at like dinner parties or like family parties without
because we're Filipino.
Yeah. So it's like without feeling like I'm disrespecting you, who is my elder, who's trying to give me nourishment.
Yeah. Sorry, no pork adobo today.
It's like, no thank you. And I had to get over that. And another one is like habits. So you don't have to finish your plate. That's like a big one too that I struggled with. It's like you just take as you need, but you know, in like Hawaii cultures, we like to pile on like the dish, like the food, and then we feel bad for not eating everything that we take. So there's so many nuances behind it. It's a lot of it is mindfulness. A lot of it comes down to making sure you're in the right headspace before you pursue a weight loss program or even like a strict exercise but doing something now is more important than not doing anything at all. Like even if it's just cardio, ideally if you want to look toned, like with some muscular definition underneath everything, you want to take up both strength training and cardio more for heart health, like later down the line. So did that answer your question? That was really loaded. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely. We should just give Kelsey a mic. I don't know why.
She's there. She's being the production manager, stage manager.
Well, I always tell her, like, hey, why don't we just give you a mic? You know?
She just pop in every once in a while. Yeah. Like, she just have a camera on her while she's doing this. Yeah. And then you just, like hi.
Yeah, just, hey, I have a question, you know, audience member here. So, like, yeah, it's a good point. I was actually listening to, like, our first episode. And we were talking about weight loss too, especially for people that were like on the fence with like chicken katsu and like certain things. Like it's okay, like just don't do it like every day, you know, like don't make it like a habit of like, oh, I'm just gonna have chicken katsu with every meal. Like it's okay, maybe like one cheat meal, like maybe like a dinner on Thursday or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like it's all in moderation, and how quickly you want to achieve it all depends on how compliant you are with your own habits and how accountable you stick to it. And I've recognized that, you know, I can't expect everybody to like me. Sometimes, some days I'm not even like the way how I want to be. And I have to be more forgiving to myself when it comes down to that time. And if there's a particular look or way that you want, you have to know that what you've been doing so far led you to where you are now. And if you want to make a change, you have to make a change somewhere and stick to it. So, I mean, in my opinion, just starting any strength training without even like tying it down to weight loss, just any workout program. One that you like, whether it's yoga, whether it's dancing, whether it's strength training. Ideally, you want to do a little bit of everything. But something that you enjoy doing will take you a long way than not doing anything at all.
That's true, yeah. It's just like incremental progress. You know what I mean? And
eventually you'll find things that you like to do and to add on to it. But if you go into like anything, if you try to go into something guns blazing and you think you can accomplish it all in 1 week or less, you're going to burn yourself out. You are gonna feel like it's not worth it, and then you're gonna quit. So it's better to just start small and then establish a routine for yourself, and then just be open to trying new things.
Yeah, it's like encouraging yourself. in a way. Because like if like you were saying, if you go in guns blazing, and then it doesn't work out, then because maybe you can't stick to it, or it's impossible to stick to it, then it becomes like a discouragement to yourself. Then you feel like you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then you kind of go back to reverting back to the bad habits. But then like if you do something incremental, it's encouraging because you can see progress. But even if it's small, there's something there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it'll pay off in the end.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like for me, I know that my body has changed like time and time again over the past like 5 years. Like I've been smaller, I've been bigger, I've been smaller, I've been bigger. But like every time I cut or go into what we call a bulk, like it changes. There's always something different. I either fit into my clothes better at a higher weight on the scale, and like than I did 2 years ago. So it's called body recomposition. So if I don't pay attention to the scale super hard, because honestly, you don't know how much I weigh.
I don't.
Yeah, like it's not over here in my head.
I have
This is how much I weigh.
I have a number in my head, but I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, you can. How much do you think I weigh?
145.
Ooh, no, I'm 155.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. But like, see, but that's what I mean. Like, you don't see that. I don't see a number over your head, but you yourself feels a certain way just how you. So if you don't feel like you are the way you look just for yourself, and you want to look a certain way just for yourself, not for somebody else, get to a point where you want to be. Like, if you're fine with where you are, by all means, power to you. Like, some days I feel like, damn, I look good. And then some days I'm like, meh. But it's all you. Just make sure that you empower yourself to feel good in the body that you are in, because that's the only one that you have. So take care of it. Mentally and physically and spiritually.
What's your cheat snack after competition?
Chocolate.
What kind of chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate?
Yep.
Is it like a specific thing?
Nope.
Like just bars or just chocolate?
Dark chocolate. I don't care what's it on. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate.
Like just a bar of dark chocolate?
I can do just a bar. I could do actually just a bar, like a bar of dark chocolate. If it's like salted dark chocolate, it's even better.
Oh, okay.
But I know that I usually like am craving fruit, like hard. I just want like give me dark chocolate covered bananas.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good though.
I know, but like I just want a lot of, because like as a competitor, I can't eat high sugar not because of fat loss, it's just that particular moment in my life.
Yeah.
I can't eat it for certain things because I'm trying to control a certain intake in terms of nutrients.
And survive, yeah.
So it's like that's what I want. I just want like really fresh fruit. Over my time period that I've been competing, I went from like wanting like pastas and pizzas and like candy from like to wanting just like fruit. Like I just want a fruit.
Pasta.
Dark chocolate pasta. Ooh. Yikes, that sounds scary. I mean, like just like smaller things. Like it doesn't have to be like a big meal. I think before I wanted like I do have a go-to place though.
Okay.
It's in the Four Seasons. What's it called? The Lahiki Kitchen.
Oh my gosh, that buffet.
Yes. Let's do that stuff.
I still haven't gone there yet.
What?
Yeah, but
They reopened. They have reopened.
Oh really?
Yes. It's like
I've been meaning to take Kelsey in there. Oh.
Well, hey, her work anniversary is coming up. You might as well.
Yeah, that's true. We were supposed to go there for our anniversary last year.
Oh, it's open now.
See, they weren't open before.
Well, they are now.
Ugh.
Now you have a reason to go. Look, Chelsea's like dancing. She's like, yeah.
It's like I hear it's like a Vegas buffet.
Yo, it is so good. Just make sure you. So when I do buffets, I have a strategic plan.
Okay.
You go for the most expensive stuff first. Meaning all the seafood, like the oysters, the steak, the lobsters, and once you had your fill on that, then you make your way down the bracket. So, and then you go into like your carbs later if you want it.
See, I'm the same way. There's people that go for rice.
No.
That's
You
like,
do not
that's
do
not
that.
the way.
No.
That's not how you eat.
Go in hungry, eat the protein because that's usually the most expensive part first. Then you go into like anything else that you might need. And then you eat the carb stuff like last. And that includes the desserts. Like
I'll go in maybe like if it's prime rib, I'll get prime rib and then like, some other stuff that just I know is gonna be really good. You know what I mean? And then I'll go into like, okay, if I want like rice or something like that, maybe I'll balance it. I'll put some salad in the first.
I mean, normally mine is like protein and vegetables.
Yeah.
And then like I don't even hit the rice.
Yeah.
I try not to drink any water either.
Yeah, I don't drink any water until like the very end.
It's not bad. It's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
But
it's a
in
strategy.
terms of an all-you-can-eat buffet, it's a great strategy.
But if I'm trying to get full fast, then I'll go I'll eat the rice and then I'll drink water too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then why would you do that? You spent so much money on a buffet. Why would you go and do that?
It depends. I mean, like if you're going to like stick the rock.
What's wrong with that?
We'll stick with Sick the Rock. Like if I'm like, okay, if I'm with it
This
depends.
is a very relevant conversation. We are going to understand why this now.
It depends on the group. 'Cause if a group can eat a lot, then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna eat rice.
Is this
Then,
a challenge?
I'll go with them.
Is this a
I
challenge?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if Nikki can eat a lot.
Whoa.
But
That should be a podcast in itself.
I don't know if Nikki can do this. Anyway, with certain groups, if they can't eat a lot, then okay, I'll eat rice and drink water just to like fill it up because like it's not fun. Like you know.
That's true.
Like social. I don't want to say I'm not a social eater, but like with like buffets and stuff like that, I am a social eater.
But for Siktarag, you are not a social eater.
But if for Sick the Rock, it's like, I hope I'm with a group.
Are you the same way with Hot Pot then?
I'm the same way with Hot Pot. if there's a group that doesn't eat a lot, then okay, I'll eat more rice and drink water, and then I'll get full faster so that I'm like done with them.
Interesting. Actually, that's my parents. My parents, they're not very fun to take when it comes to like
See,
Hot Pot and like
I can't stand it when there's
Korean barbecue.
You go to you take a group to like a buffet, like let's just say 99 sales. Is that what it's called? Whatever. 99 sales, whatever.
The one in Waikiki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100
Oh.
sales.
You missed one.
One number
You
off.
missed one. 99 sales. It's free 99.
How many times have we been there?
Like 3
100?
times? Maybe like 3 times.
99.
99
times.
Anyway, 100 sales. Like taking a group there and they don't eat a lot, then I'm like, oh, what the hell? You spent like $80 on a meal. Like you only get one plate. I get so mad. You know what I mean?
It's like, was that lobster even worth the $80?
I get so I don't know if people are the same way, but I get kind of mad. Like, what the hell are you doing here?
As long as you're not the one who's paying for that plate, I think you should be fine. As long as you get your $80 worth, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not paying for it, well, actually, usually if I'm not paying for it, I'm still kind of mad. Like, what the hell are you doing with one plate? And it's like,
make it worth it.
Like, maybe some salad, not even crab. Maybe it's just like,
oh, that would make me mad.
like chicken. You know what I mean? Like barbecue chicken or something.
Yeah.
And some rice on the side. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm done.
What? I could have went to Zippy's. What is this?
Could have just went.
Blasphemy.
Could have just went to the Zippy's down the road or something.
Oh,
you know what I
no.
mean? Like, what the hell? Yeah, that makes me mad.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like that.
It's all right.
But if they're getting sushi, okay, whatever, fine. That's fine.
That won't happen. Don't worry.
Well, I don't know if Nikki can do it. Yeah.
What's with the gauntlet? Why do you keep throwing it down? First it's the burpees, then it's the bouldering.
I don't know.
And the video games.
I'm not really sure. I'm just challenging you to everything, Nikki. Bringing out the 8. The challenger.
You don't even know. I don't even know what my Enneagram is. So the joke's
know.
on you.
That'd be funny if you are an 8. I don't think you're an 8 though. But
I'm gonna go home and find out. Thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah. You should look it up.
Oh, okay.
That'd be good.
Because you have doubt in me that I don't think I could look up my own
I
Enneagram.
don't know. I took a test and it said I was a 9, 7, and I think a 1. 9, 7, and 1. But 9 was the strongest one, and then second was 7, and then 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's the peacemaker, and then the 7 is enthusiast. So very like whimsical. They
Yeah.
they like to just they just yeah. They're a FOMO person. They just like to
You,
do everything.
oh wait, so you don't have a fear of missing out on things, or you do have a fear of missing
I don't
out?
have I don't have.
Oh.
But they're kind of like that.
Like JOMO?
that person.
Then joy of missing out, not FOMO.
Maybe for Jomo, you know.
FOJOMO?
Yeah,
You have a
maybe-
fear of having
Fear
joy of missing out.
maybe
Okay.
maybe Jofomo. I don't know.
Jofomo?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a new thing now.
The joy of fear of missing out. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Joy of fear. Sounds conflicting.
It is conflicting. Maybe that's why I'm a 1 as well.
Okay.
But you should take the test.
I
think
will.
it'll be good.
I will.
Yeah, it's like
Just
the-
for you, because you were like, nah, you
Yeah,
can't do
I
it.
brought it up. Yeah, I mean, Kelsey and I talk about it a lot. So
Figure it out.
yeah.
It's interesting. I like learning.
But I don't know if you're gonna do it.
Okay. Challenge
Nikki.
accepted. Gavin.
One more question.
Okay.
What do you want to tell our audience today? Any encouragement? Anything you want to get off your chest?
What do I want to tell you guys? Don't be afraid to bring out your inner child. I think as we get older, we suppress it a lot. And I've learned that my friends who have kids, their inner child is outside in them, like in their physical
Oh,
form.
okay.
But if you don't have kids yet and you're so focused on being an adult,
Mm-hmm.
like remember that you were also once a child too and you've had dreams as well. Don't be afraid to bring that old version of you out, because you want to be whatever version you are of now as an adult. You should be the adult the kid version of you can find comfort in. That makes sense?
The Jafomo, right?
Yes, the FOMO version
Yeah,
of you.
yeah, the Jafomo version.
Like that's how I want to see myself, is like when I was younger, I want to make that version of me proud, and I want to bring that version of myself out to other people who I encourage as well. So something different than fitness.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, you know, like that's good for, like, I think for me, like, if my younger self saw where I was today, they'd probably be like, I never envisioned that, but I'm glad, you know, because my younger self was very quiet before, so
And now you're super social.
now I'm super social, SNS, you know.
Yeah. And somebody to look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nikki, thank you for joining me on this show, and brought out some randomness, but that's all good.
Yes,
you
that's
know?
exactly how it goes. You just
That's how
went
it
with the
always
flow.
goes. Yeah.
And you know where to find me, right?
Yes.
Making a plug.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm at GY Fitness, and my team is called Bomb Fitness Hoy. And you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is BoomXKanani. The O's are zeros, so it's B00MX Kanani. But you can also find my fitness page at bombfitness_HI. So follow me and I'll follow you back.
Yes. Hey, thank you, and congrats on being an entrepreneur.
Thank you.
That's really new. I mean, like literally within a week. So I mean, that's pretty awesome.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's
I'm
exciting.
excited.
And with that, let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
Nikki, this is to your new business. This is to your new journey and your continuing journeys with being an actress, going back into competition mode, which I have no doubt that
Soon.
you're gonna do really good. What was that?
I said soon. Yes.
Yeah. So cheers to that. Kampai.
Kampai.